Angela, guess what?
What?
Carpool Book Club.
And guess what? You're driving.
I am driving. Hey, you're right. It's like we've switched.
We're not wearing our seatbelts, though. It's not very safe.
It's like Freaky Friday.
It's unsafe.
That's true. Did you ever see Freaky Friday?
Yeah. I read the book, dude.
There's a book?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Did Lily Tomlin write it?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
But it's not Friday today. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday, and we are in the Bookmobile.
We are. We're practicing
People
waving.
are waving at us
You know
as
why?
we're driving by.
You know why? Because we're here for
a parade.
Yeah,
Everybody loves a parade.
Everybody does love a parade.
But we're also here of week 10 of Audiobook Sync, free audiobook giveaways online.
Yeah. They've been doing this. This is, what, the 5th year? I'm making that up.
Maybe.
I don't know. Many years now.
Many years. It's awesome.
We talked about it last year, and we were lucky enough to get some advance copies
again this year.
The audiobooks. Yeah, so last year what we did is, Angela, you listened to one, I listened to the other one, and then we kind of tried to compare them.
And we did the same thing this year.
We did. And so I picked Macbeth.
And I have The Curse of Crow Hollow by Billy Coffey.
Right. So one of those books I read in school.
Macbeth.
How did you know? That's right. Audiobook-wise, fairly short. Listen. It's
couple hours?
About 2 hours, a little bit more than that, I think. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I launched into Macbeth?
No, go. And then I'll talk about mine.
Okay, so Macbeth, this is a full cast production. We've got some pretty cool people in there. To be honest, what really drew me off the bat to wanting to do this audiobook was Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Go Spike!
Plays Macbeth. My experience listening to Macbeth, an audiobook, I often am walking and listening. That's when I listen to audiobooks, and I feel like listening to Macbeth while you're walking in public is a very challenging listening experience, because it's an intense story, and the language, of course, doesn't, it's not how people talk anymore, right? Also, the way it's presented is kind of more traditional and stagey.
So, does it sound like you're at a play?
Yes.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like when I'm a bit self-conscious because I'm making this kind of like, what? Face when I'm trying to, because they're talking quickly, and you can't, if you can't read along, you're trying to, so I feel like it probably has, I'm walking and projecting the same kind of energy I would be if I was listening to metal or something. So listening to Macbeth, my short review is if you want to look like you're listening to like industrial metal while you're walking down the streets of the Annapolis Valley.
Or anywhere.
Or anywhere, wherever you find yourself listening to Macbeth on audiobook. You're going to look like somebody that you're not going to make any friends.
This is a good review, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know about you, but when I'm listening to an audiobook in my headphones, I don't want to be like looking approachable.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody to be like, "Hey, what you listening to there?"
Right, because you're listening to it and it's good.
That's right. No.
So I'm trying to think of the connection, because there's always some sort of a connection between the pairing of the audiobooks that they give away.
Right.
Right? And so the book that I listened to, The Curse of Crow Hollow, which I have a little picture of here on my phone, had a witch in it. So there was a witch who was really messing with this like little sort of backwoods Appalachian town.
Okay.
And so I guess that might be the connection, the witches.
Well, yeah, that's what the whole Macbeth deal is.
Yeah. So, but I picked it because it said it was a story about witches, and last year I listened to the Salem witchcraft book.
Right.
So it's kind of a theme going on. I like that kind of story.
Right. Yeah.
And so it took me, I have to admit, it took me a little bit to get into it and to get into the cadence of the narrator, Gabe Wicks. But once I got into it, I realized that he was purposefully sort of speaking slowly, and he used an Appalachian sort of accent. He didn't overdo it. I thought he did a good job. Being from that area, I can tell when people are really faking it and not doing a good job. And I liked his voice, and once I got used to it, which was probably like maybe half an hour, I was totally hooked. And this is a pretty long book. I don't see how long it is right here. I might be able to figure it out, but anyway, I'd say it's, well, I don't know. It's long. It took me a while to listen to it, which I was totally okay with because it's a really good story.
Well, that's interesting because last year you did the Witches nonfiction book, I believe, and I did a Terry Pratchett book of short stories, and they were a great pairing because Terry Pratchett's short stories are a real palate cleanser, right? They're quick listens and they're funny and they're kind of so then you could get back into your witch book. So if you had both of those, it would be a good kind of mix. And this is a good mix too. So there is the witches thread that runs between the two, but also for me anyway, Macbeth is very dense but short, and you've got a longer book that seemed to be a bit more of an escape kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
With Macbeth, if you're tuning it out, you're gonna have to start over again,
right?
Because it's all about the language, and it's for me it's a very dense listen.
Yeah,
it's not.
I may have to
recreational.
I may have to download this one too and listen to it.
It's good.
It sounds good. Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah. So, audiobook sync.
Yeah.
Free audiobooks.
You can find it online.
Yep, we can put a link.
Yeah.
And there's a couple more weeks left, I think. So we're in week 10. And there are 10, 11, 12, 13. So still some more time to get some audiobooks.
Yeah.
Let's see what the last week is. The last week is... Ooh.
What is the last week?
Oh, the book is Monstrous Beauty, which is a really good mermaid book read by Catherine Kellgren. So, the last week is going to be pretty awesome. And, so check it out because it's free, and the audiobooks you get to keep. You can put them on your device, you can listen to them whenever you want, and you can delete them when you're done with them, or you can save them to listen to again.
Forever.
Yeah.
For all the times.
So. Audiobook sync. Carpool Book Club.
Carpool Book Club.
In the Bookmobile.
In a parade.
Waiting for the parade.
Let's practice.